I am going to talk tonight about how we can look at coronavirus and what's happening through a planetary health lens and some of the lessons that we can take away from this. So, what is planetary health? Planetary health is basically the understanding that human health is founded on the health of our natural systems. Coronavirus has powerfully exposed that connection. Like many new viruses and outbreaks that we have seen, it's come from a destructive and exploitative animal human interface. And it's expected that these outbreaks will continue to become more common as we lose biodiversity and as climate change worsens. So we can summarize this as our relationship with the earth is unhealthy and it's making us sick. I think it's worth noting that the vulnerabilities that we face from coronavirus are not just due to weak healthcare systems, but more so due to the social vulnerabilities that make it difficult for us to respond appropriately. So things like precarious employment, poverty, homelessness, and oppression, things that make it challenging for people to practice social distancing, to obtain the food that they need to be healthy, to obtain shelter that they need to be healthy. All of these things make it more difficult to respond to crisis. So what can we learn from coronavirus, and how can a planetary health model help us fight for a better future? So lesson one, what has become very clear is that we prioritize health above everything else. We have shut down our economies, we have shut down our borders because we really value human health. And I think as climate activists, what we really need to work to do is to draw the connections between human health and the health of our planet and really fight for that using health as a model. Lesson number two, any vulnerabilities that someone has are shared vulnerabilities. So as I was mentioning earlier, the reasons we're having difficulties is because there are social and economic disparities. We need to fight for people who are most at risk. And we also need to fight for biodiversity, our animal, plant, insect brothers and sisters that are the foundation for our success. And I think this work begins at the community level. And what coronavirus has been really powerful in showing is that our communities are a wealth of generosity and goodwill and resilience. And so we need to build on these communities of care to really support our earth going forward. And the last lesson, collective community and government action is totally possible, and it can be swift. If there's anything that we've learned, it's that narratives around that's not realistic or that's just not possible are just untrue. We have changed everything about how we are doing things in the past few months. And so we need to take that as climate activists and say, this is the urgency that we need. This is the sense of we can make a difference that we need to fight for our planet. So in conclusion, as climate activists, our time has come to demand systemic change. We have to be coherent and specific, and we cannot leave anyone behind. Coronavirus has shown how we are all interconnected, and it has shown that our health is the Earth's health and the Earth's health is our own health. Thank you so much.